Всем хай, мы возвращаемся в The Outer Worlds. И сегодня, то есть в прошлой серии, мы сломали электростанцию, что ли. И выбрали садовников. В этой серии нам нужно забрать регулятор мощности. И не знать, наверное, уже концовка. Он же у нас уже будет, получается. Но сделать я это хочу максимально по стелсу. Без сражений, потому что они здесь максимально невиновные люди. Тихо. Изян? Изян не обязательно, но если вы... На что это вообще влияет? Очко способностей. Да нафиг оно мне нужно? Так, отсюда можно свалить? Нельзя пользоваться. Блин. Так, а где выход-то? Бежим, бежим, бежим. Выход? В смысле запечатано? Все, я сделал максимально гуманно. Но сейчас же, я так понимаю, можно же будет перемещаться. Не, мне кажется, что все-таки это... Так, карта. Не последняя миссия. Это было бы максимально глупо. По сути, один квест. Так, сейф. Так, верстак нужно. Работать. Пистолет. Может, пистолет апнуть? Это что дает? Ствол личный. Не знаю даже. Дамаг и обойму получается. И здесь дамаг и прицел. знаю. Поставить или нет? Давай поставлю. А, ее еще нельзя снять будет. Да ладно, насрать. Так, а сломать можешь что-нибудь? Да, у меня ничего нету. Вот. Все, нашел все, что нужно.
I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you
Он,
know how to install a power regulator?
ну, да, наверное. Эй, почему? Замочек?
Step 1. Pick up your power regulator. Step 2. Approach the terminal located in our engine room. Step 3. Insert power regulator. Step 4. Celebrate. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
На такие легкие действия нужны какие-то еще умения, знания. Это же элементарно и очевидно. Установить. Так, и что далее? Все, мы улетаем с планеты?
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Нет, неужели это конец? Это... У меня есть задания какие-нибудь? Четыре квеста всего? Игра весит, что ли, 29 гиг и 4 квеста? Камон, ты
Welcome
серьезно?
back, Captain. All systems are now operating within acceptable parameters. Shall I take our ship into orbit?
Да, полетели. Музыка и звук. Да ну, не может быть то, что все.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hail and
А,
hearty.
это этот чувак, который
Remember
нас
your own
выкинул в
ship?
космос.
I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Мне нужны ключные персонажи.
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kilkelly. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her. Criminals? Goodness, no. Smuggling is a perfectly legitimate business venture. If misappropriating board property is a crime, well then, throw me in Tartarus. Plenty of ways to make money in Halcyon, you know. Not all are above board. Oh, above board, above the Halcyon board. Get it? Well, yes. Someone has to be after.
Кто-то же должен.
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the hope. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Давай так.
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath. Science, that's how.
Ну окей.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Окей. Так. Куда идти? Так, здесь карта получается. А я хочу на второй этаж сбегать. Посмотреть на плащ. А здесь что? Так, стоп, я сейчас подумал. А почему он сам не вышел, если он принес плащ сюда? Если он принес плащ мне сюда, получается, он же где-то рядом? Или нет? Ладно, плевать. Давай плащ сюда. Блин, я уж испугался, что это все. Так, мы сейчас здесь. Окей. Олимп, монарх. Так, куда мне вообще нужно? Персонаж. О, навыки есть. Инженерия, да, у меня была? 18 всего лишь. Давай вкачаю. Пусть так будет. Ближний бой или дальний? И вот так. Замечательно. Так, что у нас в дневнике? Такие...
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
О, развлеки меня.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? How do linear algebraists settle arguments about matrix transposes? With a duel.
Гениально.
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. Mm-hmm.
Угу. Задание, что... А, вот куда нужно. Где? Вот он. Ну да, у меня только одна квестовая точка стоит на карте. А если я, например, сюда хочу? Сюда тоже никак, сюда. Так, а что делать-то? Кодекс? Что кодексу нужно у вас? Бой незаметности. Дайте мне уже задание, не понимаю. Место, регион, площадь. Новые по алфавиту задания. Первый проходите Алкион. Есть что-нибудь подобное?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of
Может, сначала
assistance?
так нужно с ней связаться как-то?
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely. I require a captain to pilot the ship. Without an identified captain or crew, I serve no purpose. As you may be aware,
Это не
Captain
то, что я
Alex
хотел
Hawthorne was a
услышать.
smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
У нее печалька. Где что делать, не понимаю. Вот. Но я никуда не могу лететь. Это не то. Блин, ну здесь больше ничего нету. Я ненавижу тебя.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Эй, ты что такая
Welcome back,
печальная?
Captain.
Что за
How
печалька?
can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Ладно,
As
пока
you
все.
wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. See you soon, Captain.
Все, let's go now. на выход. Я так понимаю, это было какое-то начало, типа обучения. А если бы я сразу полетел на ту планету?
Just checking your ship's manifest.
Ясно.
Standard procedure.
That's not the point. This half would just not...
I'm in the middle of a situation. If you could move along, I'd be obliged.
Давай рассказывай, я помогу.
Step? Groundbreaker belongs to all of us.
Felix, first of all, no, it doesn't. And second, shut the hell up. Don't think I won't detain you again. Hey, knock yourself out. Or him, if you're so inclined.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Oh, just musing is all. Must be nice having the run of the colony. Never being anchored to one place, always chasing some horizon. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Да, все, давайте.
Felix
Yeah.
Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Погнали по квесту.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Фух, ты меня так не пугай. Что здесь еще можно купить? Это что, 10? А почему это нельзя? Так, ладно. А здесь на что? Это почему-то нельзя покупать. Кстати, там ножик был. Его, кстати, можно будет потом купить. Он должен быть быстрым. Запечатано.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Давай.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Да все, больше ничем. А нет, Гелис, Глэдис.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Но Глэдис же должна была сказать то, что я прибуду. Почему она меня не встретила адекватно?
You noticed, huh? They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that. Sounds like, yeah. But from where I sit, it's all coming through loud and clear. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
Выпить работу. Сначала работа, потом еще чувака.
Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering. Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
Хотя давай
Are you
спросим.
pulling my leg? You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board.
Сколько же здесь много диалогов.
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, The original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Glad to help. All right.
Так, насчет работы мне все понятно.
He's
Вот.
friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. Sure thing. Be seeing you.
Все, нужно идти уже. Так, что это? У дом? Сначала сюда.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Но здесь городишко получше.
Go back to Byzantium, your gold-plated
Так, судя по
bastards.
всему, сюда.
This is Halcyon News.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has
Ну да.
something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Ладно, пусть будет так.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend.
О,
You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
я не знаю, не
Must have been
смотрел.
lost with Alex then. One more tragedy to top the pile. Tell me, how did he die? Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details.
Так, насчет моего корабля.
Fine.
Давай мне его.
You're free to go. I've removed the impound order on your ship. But before you go, I did have one request. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Так я не знаю. А, вот он к чему. Ясно.
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table. That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
Я знаю, где найти его. Знаю или не знаю?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's, well, it's my white whale, I suppose.
А разве мы знаем, где он находится? Или к чему это?
It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work.
Я почему-то не доверяю ему. Так, что у нас есть здесь? Какой-то магазинчик непонятный. Дневник. Ладно, нужно избегать, поговорить. А там видно будет, что делать дальше. Да, вообще нужно заканчивать уже. А вот я.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Не, ничего не сказали насчет печенюшек. А, так она торговка.
I found a
Что у тебя
handsome
есть?
ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
А у нее доступно почему-то. А это нет. Фиг его знает, как это работает. Вау. 5000 стоит.
It's almost
Так,
time
давай
for
по
today's
заданию.
episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me? Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
10 тысяч.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits.
Не, не
Difficult
смущает.
qualms. Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide. I appreciate a woman who knows one when she hears it. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies.
Окей.
Law bless your Adams. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
А что еще есть?
Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar.
Да ладно, все.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Что за там кулак? Это? Нет. Одежды нет. Фиг его знает, что это такое. Медаль, что-то непонятно. Ожерелье все. Не то, не то, не то. Непонятно, что медаль, ну ладно. О, с ней еще можешь поговорить. И у нас есть дополнительные задания. Ну ладно, дополнительные задания начнем уже делать в следующей серии. А на этом все. Если вам видео понравилось, подписывайтесь на канал. Увидимся в новых сериях. Всем удачи, всем пока.